All right, so today we're going to be making this abstract Windows 11 style background. We're going to cover cloth simulations, forces, materials, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to about to create a cube. And we're going to add a circle. Go into edit mode, F3, grid fill. And now get an array modifier and set it to constant offset. Since there's no geometry on the z-axis, it can't use relative offset. So you have to use constant offset and 20 instances, set x to 0, z to 0.1. All right, and just move it down. Oop, let me screencast keys. Okay, so now we add a cloth, set quality steps to 10, under stiffness, compression 8.9, and under display compression is going to be 7.5. And now under collisions, let's go here, collisions, turn it up to 10 and turn on self collisions. Okay. Under field weights, we go over here and change the gravity to 0. Player animation should stay still. It's what we want. And okay, so we're going to add force. Set it to negative 228. Make sure I'm recording correctly. Hit negative 228 and increase the noise to 10. And the flow 10. Done. You add a turbulence. Turbulence. Okay. Size 0.67 and strength. Just go for about. Alright, it's being pulled, which is what we want. But it doesn't have that random sort of effect, so remember to add noise. Add a noise here. And now for the fun part. Add a vortex. Rotate it on the x-axis 90 degrees and set the strength to about, let's say 450. And remember to change this from plane to point. All of these have to be points, or it's just going to go all wonky per se. You see it here? Glitches out. Points. Being rotated. And as you can see, it's being rotated by a lot, so all you have to do is check this max distance and minimum distance. And we set the max distance to 0.84. Now, increase noise, flow 10. Now, you have it rotating nicely. Alright, and add a sphere and give it a collision. Scale it down. Give it a collision, scale it down, apply scale. you're gonna see it rotates around the sphere. I think I'm just gonna move it like this, down the side, so then it incentivizes it to, you know, go around it. This. Alright, and then we go here, and here, add a subdivision surface, and keep these settings, add a solidify modifier, and go from this to 0.005, and change this from simple to complex. In the render, it's going to look weird, but change this to complex, fixes it. And we duplicate this and move it under, and I just shaded auto sweep. Now let's play it back. And now we got nice abstract Windows background. I'm just gonna play with the settings a bit and see what I like. And then I'm gonna show you guys the settings after. Alright, so I think I like what I've done here. I shrunk the sphere, and as you can see here, I moved it up a bit and moved it closer to the actual forces. I moved the forces up to a bit and changed the seed for some of them. Turbulence is now 106 from, I think, what was it, 67 before? Can't remember. But anyway, now let's get to the lighting and other things. So we add a camera, Control-Alt-0 to bring it to you, move it up, then change focal length from 50 to 150 so I can get a nice lithographic view. Okay. Render engine, cycles, GPU compute, color management. We'll look at that later. Alright. Let's look at the rendered view. And this is just my personal preference. Under viewport display in the camera settings, increase the passive part out, or whatever it's called, to 1. This is going to highlight, per se, the what's inside the camera and black everything out around it. I find it to be very helpful. You don't have to do it, but yeah, you can. So new material, material 1, shader editor, and then let's make this a nice blue. Before we do that, go into world and change the strength to 0. Oh, Visual can't speak. And then add an empty plane axis, move it forward, up, and then add a lights, an area, and we move it forward. And then we go into constraints, add object to constraint, and track 2. What this will do is it'll make the area light point to the empty. So now, go into rendered view. There you are. You see it? And let's make sure. Actually, I think I'll increase. Let's get Maybe this is good. Yeah, I think so. All right. And then decrease the spread until it highlights your abstract cloth simulation, whatever you want to call it. Then increase the power, so then you're highlighting the middle. Now I'm going to change this to a more bluish color. And let's see, subsurface, wait, but increase the subsurface. What it'll do is it'll allow the light to scatter inside the object, so gives it more of a softer feel. So 0.24, and well, it's nice. Now, for the background, we had a plane, and then constraint. So we're gonna use track 2. Then this time we're gonna track it to the camera, wherever it is. Camera is right here. Camera. Scale it up and move it to the back. Right. In order to apply this, them in materials, no. You're gonna delete the principal DSDF, add a color around. Upload it into the surface, and we're going to get a gradient texture. But the factor here, Control T. If you don't have Node Wrangler, enable. If it didn't work for you, enable Node Wrangler. Right here. Just enable that. Why are there 3? Weird. Alright. So, anyway, Control T, you get this. And then you rotate it on the Y, I believe, 90 degrees. Increase the scale. Object. Plug object into the vector, and the sync down should work. Nope. Let me check my D here. Hit it. So we just paste this X value for the it's 1.13. Be different for you. 180. The Z rotated -90 degrees or 270, whatever works higher. And then I'm gonna change this to maybe 2. That's 2. Come here, something more. Could be just softer transition. Now they have a nice slow gradient. Just crunch these values a bit. Crunch and move it up. Then to change the colors, of course, come here, white, and maybe make it some sort of cyan, but darken a little bit. Then here, maybe I'm gonna off-whites. Nah, let's make it a blue. Very light blue. And that's the end of the tutorial. If you found it useful, a like and subscribe would be awesome. leave your ideas in the comments below for any other tutorials that you'd want or anything in general. Let's start a conversation. And see you in the next one.